A smaller, violet-skinned alien shook its head. Do not underestimate them. They survived disasters no one else could. They are primitive, yes, but unpredictable. The tall diplomat snorted. Unpredictable? Look at their small fleets. They retreat at the first sign of danger. They are nothing. Back at the defense station, Luke and Maya watched a small message from the outer colonies. A human colony ship had been destroyed by an alien mining guild. Thousands were dead, including civilians. The guild had refused to admit fault and demanded compensation from Earth. Luke clenched his fists. He had seen many disasters, but this one felt different. The Assembly had promised justice for all, yet now it seemed humans were expected to pay for the mistakes of others. Maya placed her hand on his shoulder. They do not know what they are doing. They are provoking us, and they have no idea what is under the moon. Luke nodded slowly. We have to remain calm. If we act too quickly, they will think we are afraid. If we do nothing, they will think we are weak. The days passed. Small skirmishes began near the borders of human space. Alien patrol ships entered human territory, testing the defenses. Each time, human ships intercepted them but did not attack aggressively. They only repelled the intruders and moved back. The aliens grew bolder, believing humans lacked courage to fight. Admiral Nathan Cole, an older human officer, watched these movements from Earth Command. He had gray hair and a face lined with years of battle. He understood the real situation. They are testing us, he said to his staff. They do not know the truth. They think Earth is weak. Soon they will regret it. Luke received orders to move his fleet closer to the outer colonies. He watched the stars as his ships jumped into position. His mind wandered to his family, though most of them lived in cities far from the front lines. He hoped they were safe. He hoped they never knew the horrors about to unfold. Meanwhile, Maya worked in the lunar underground. She passed through long corridors lit by pale lights. Machines hummed in every room. Energy readings were strange, almost alive. She reached the massive doors of the classified chamber. The doors had not been opened for decades. Slowly, they began to move, revealing darkness inside. She felt a chill. Inside, she glimpsed the Terran super Dreadnought. The ship was massive, far larger than any known human vessel. Its surface shimmered with energy. It had weapons no one had seen, weapons designed to end threats across entire star systems. Maya stepped back, awe, mixed with fear. Luke received another message from Earth Command. Prepare for a possible strike on outer colonies. Do not engage without orders. Delay them if needed. The message was calm, almost bureaucratic, but Luke knew what it meant. Earth had no intention of starting war, but it would not allow its people to be destroyed. The Assembly authorized a small strike. Alien ships moved toward a human colony, planning to destroy it quickly. The humans on the ground had no chance to fight back. Communications from the colony grew chaotic. Luke watched helplessly as the screens showed destruction, fire, and screaming. After the attack, the Assembly celebrated. Humans are learning their place, said one alien. They will pay tribute. They will submit. But Luke did not react. He closed his eyes for a moment. Earth had suffered, yes, but this attack was exactly what humans had expected. They were waiting. Somewhere deep in the moon, the super Dreadnought had awakened. The energy readings Maya reported confirmed it. Humanity had been preparing for centuries. Maya joined Luke in the observation room. The Dreadnought is ready. It is not just a ship. It is a warning, she said softly. Luke turned to her. A warning? Yes, Maya said. The galaxy thinks we are weak. The Assembly thinks they can control us. Soon, they will learn the truth. The next week was tense. Alien fleets moved closer to human borders. They expected humans to surrender, to beg for mercy. They underestimated how patient humans could be. They underestimated the quiet determination of a species that had survived countless disasters on a harsh planet. Luke moved his fleet near a small asteroid belt. He knew the aliens were watching. They thought this was a retreat. In reality, the humans were positioning themselves. They were not going to fight in the usual way. They were waiting for the moment when all of space would realize humans were not just another species. Maya monitored the Dreadnought from Earth. She checked energy flows, reactor status, and weapon systems. The ship was enormous, almost alive in its complexity. Every system had been designed for one purpose: to protect humanity at any cost. Back on the observation deck, Luke spoke quietly to himself. They will not see this coming. The galaxy will not understand until it is too late. The aliens did not know what lay beneath the surface. They believed human technology was primitive. They laughed at the humans' small fleet, their slow defenses, their apparent fear. Every misstep the humans took seemed to confirm weakness. But behind the scenes, humans worked differently. The Dreadnought was only the beginning. Earth had other ships, hidden fleets, and defenses that no alien had ever imagined. Every colony, every ship, every human was part of a larger plan. It was a plan designed to survive, to endure, and, if needed, to destroy anyone who threatened the species itself. Luke looked at the stars, at the alien fleets moving closer. He remembered all the times humans had survived disasters: meteors, superstorms, wars, and diseases. They were a tough species. They did not give up. They did not surrender. They adapted, and they endured. Maya joined him again. We may have to act soon. The colonies are at risk. The assembly may decide to escalate. Luke nodded. Let them come. They will see what patience can do. As the alien fleets continued their approach, Earth remained calm. The humans did not panic, did not scramble. They only prepared. Somewhere deep under the moon, the Dreadnought waited. Somewhere in hidden shipyards, fleets of human vessels stood ready. Somewhere in the hearts of humans, a quiet determination burned. The galaxy believed it controlled the humans. It thought it could strike, test, and intimidate them. But it had made a mistake. It had not seen the full strength of a species that had survived the impossible. A species that would rise when pushed too far. Luke watched the stars, feeling a strange calm. The attack on the colonies had been terrible, but it had been expected. Earth had planned for this moment for decades. The galaxy thought it had started a war, but in reality, it had only begun the countdown. Maya's voice broke his thoughts. The Dreadnought is almost fully operational. Soon, it will leave the moon. Luke's eyes widened slightly. He had seen the ship before, but never so close. Its size, its energy, and the silent power it radiated were overwhelming. He knew that when it moved, nothing in the galaxy would be the same. They think they are winning, Luke said softly. They think humans are afraid. They are wrong. Maya smiled faintly. By the time they understand, it will be too late. The days passed slowly. Alien fleets tested borders, destroyed small outposts, and tried to provoke human retaliation. Each time, humans only delayed, only repositioned, only waited. The galaxy began to see humans as cautious, defensive, but weak. Earth had a secret that no one could stop. A secret that had been hidden for centuries. A weapon so large, so powerful, that it could end threats across the galaxy. And it waited, silent, patient, and ready. The human colonies mourned their losses, but they also prepared. The assembly believed humans were cowed. It believed Earth would submit. It did not. Luke turned back to the stars. He whispered to himself, "They have no idea. By the time they realize, it will be too late." The galaxy thought it controlled humans. The galaxy thought it knew the strength of Earth. It was wrong. The humans were ready. The Dreadnought was awake. And when it fired, no one would escape its power. By the time the galaxy realized its mistake, the story would already be written. Humans were patient, humans were cunning, and humans would survive. And that survival would change everything. The alien fleets moved closer to human space. They thought humans were weak. They thought Earth would surrender. But humans had other plans. Captain Luke Carter watched the approaching ships from his command post. The stars were filled with tiny points of light, fleets that stretched across kilometers. They were testing humans, trying to scare them. "Captain," one officer said, "they are almost within firing range. Orders?" Luke shook his head slowly. "We delay. Do not fight unless necessary. Make them believe we are cautious, careful, but not weak. We let them come closer. Let them underestimate us more." The officer nodded. It was strange to act so calmly while danger pressed so close, but that was exactly what Luke had learned. Humans had survived worse, and they had learned patience. Meanwhile, on the moon, Dr. Maya Brooks walked through the vast underground corridors. The air was cool, almost still. Machines hummed quietly, as if breathing. She reached the massive chamber where the Terran super Dreadnought had been hidden for decades. The ship was enormous, longer than the biggest human space station, wider than any alien battleship. It was covered in a strange material that reflected light in faint colors, colors that seemed impossible. Maya touched the surface of the ship. She felt the vibration of its energy. It was not just a weapon. It was alive, in a way. It was built for one purpose: to defend humanity at any cost. "Doctor!" a voice called. Admiral Nathan Cole appeared behind her. He was older, gray-haired, but his eyes were sharp. "How is it coming along?" Maya turned. "Almost ready, sir. The systems are online, the weapons are charged, the propulsion is stable. Soon, it can leave the moon." Cole nodded slowly. "Good. It is time the galaxy learns the cost of underestimating us. They believe they can destroy our colonies, strike our people, and we will kneel. They do not know patience. They do not know humans." Maya frowned. "Sir, what exactly is the plan? Are we going to fight them directly?" Cole shook his head. "No, this is not about conventional battle. This is about survival. They test us, they destroy, they threaten. They have forgotten one thing. Humanity does not fight only to win. Humanity fights to survive. And if the galaxy becomes a threat to survival, humanity acts in ways they cannot imagine." Luke received new orders from Earth Command. He read them quietly. The alien fleets would reach the outer colonies within days. Human forces were to continue delaying, protecting civilians where possible, but avoiding full engagement. The goal was not to destroy the alien fleets, at least not yet. The goal was to survive long enough for the Super Dreadnought to arrive. Luke turned to his crew. "This is not a normal fight. We are buying time. Every maneuver, every engagement, every retreat has a purpose. Remember, we are the calm before the storm." They think they control the game. They are wrong. Alien fleets continued their approach. Their ships were advanced, fast, armed with weapons designed to destroy colonies quickly. They expected resistance, but not strategy. Every human movement seemed reactive, hesitant. The aliens believed humans were disorganized, even cowardly. Meanwhile, on the moon, Maya checked the Dreadnought systems one more time. Energy readings soared. The ship's power core was unlike anything she had ever seen. It drew energy from multiple sources, combining them in ways the galaxy had never imagined. The ship could fire once and alter entire regions of space. Cole entered the chamber. "Are the weapons ready?" Maya nodded. "Yes, sir. All systems green. But this is not a normal battle. The firing protocols are irreversible. Once we activate them, the galaxy will change forever." Cole sighed. "I know. That is why humans must wait. Patience is our greatest weapon. The Assembly believes they control the situation. They believe we are weak. Let them believe it a little longer." Back in orbit, Luke's fleet encountered a small alien scouting party. The alien ships moved aggressively, trying to draw the humans into combat. Luke's fleet engaged just enough to delay them, blocking paths, avoiding destruction, and retreating carefully. The aliens became frustrated. They did not understand the strategy. Every attack seemed minor, every retreat calculated. "This is strange," one alien commander said. "They do not fight to destroy us. They only delay." "Why?" Another shrugged. "They are weak. It makes no sense." Luke watched the movements from his ship. Every decision was small, almost invisible, but each delay was part of a larger plan. The alien fleets were moving deeper into human space, closer to the outer colonies, closer to the point where the Dreadnought could intervene. On Earth, civilians watched the skies nervously. Rumors spread of a great human weapon hidden beneath the moon, but few believed them. Many thought it was exaggeration or legend. Families prayed quietly, hoping the fleets would pass without incident. Maya continued her work on the Dreadnought. She ran simulations, checked weapons calibrations, and monitored energy flows. She could feel the ship's power growing. Soon it would rise from the moon, silent and unstoppable. It would not attack like normal ships. It would not fight in ways anyone expected. It would change the rules of war. Luke's fleet received another distress call. A human colony was under heavy attack. Alien ships moved faster than before, striking civilians. Luke calculated the timing. "Delay them. Do not engage fully," he ordered. "We protect lives as best we can, but do not reveal our hand." Not yet. The battle was intense but brief. Human forces blocked the aliens just enough to save the colony's core, then retreated. The aliens became angry. They could not understand why humans were so careful. Every retreat, every minor success made them think humans were weak, cautious, afraid. In the lunar chamber, the Dreadnought's engines powered up. The ship lifted slightly from its base, hovering silently. Maya watched with awe. The machine was incredible. It combined speed, firepower, and intelligence beyond any known technology. It was designed to survive in any conflict, to protect humanity at any cost. Cole entered again. "It will move soon," he said. "Once it leaves the moon, nothing in this region will be the same. The galaxy believes humans are weak. They do not know the power hidden here. They will learn." Luke's fleet continued to delay the alien armada. Every movement, every engagement was precise. The aliens were forced into patterns they did not understand. They tried to strike the colonies faster, to overwhelm human forces. Each time Luke predicted their moves, blocking them just enough to slow them down. Back on Earth, the Assembly remained confident. They believed the attacks would force humans to surrender. They did not realize how much humans had prepared. They did not understand that the Dreadnought was ready to rise at any moment. Maya monitored the Dreadnought's final systems. Weapons were charged. Propulsion was stable. The energy core was at maximum capacity. Soon, it would leave the moon. The galaxy would not know what hit them. Luke received word from Cole. The Dreadnought will be deployed shortly. All fleets, hold position. Do not reveal more than necessary. Let the aliens believe they are winning. Luke nodded. Understood, sir. We wait, we delay, we survive. That is our mission. The aliens continued their advance, moving closer to human territory. They expected victory, expecting submission. Every strike, every move made humans appear cautious, hesitant. They did not know patience was a weapon. They did not know the Dreadnought was ready. In the lunar chamber, Maya ran a final check. She activated systems that had been silent for decades. The ship hummed, energy flowing through its circuits like a living pulse. She could feel the power growing. Cole stood silently, watching. "This is more than a weapon," he said. "It is the reminder that humanity does not surrender. They believe we are weak. They will see soon how wrong they are." Luke watched the stars, seeing alien fleets approaching. He felt calm, almost peaceful. He knew the Dreadnought was ready. He knew humans had survived impossible situations before. The galaxy believed humans were small, weak, and easily controlled. They were wrong. The countdown was invisible. The Dreadnought waited silently under the moon, ready to rise. Humans delayed the alien fleets, protecting colonies just enough, giving time for the weapon to be deployed. The galaxy believed the humans were cautious. They believed Earth would fall under pressure. But humans had patience. Humans had planning. Humans had hidden power. The Dreadnought would rise soon, and the galaxy would learn a lesson they would never forget. "Ha ha ha ha," Luke whispered to himself. "They think we are weak. They think they can strike and leave. They are wrong. Everything changes soon." Maya checked systems again. Energy flows were perfect. The Dreadnought was ready. Soon, it would leave the moon, moving silently toward the galaxy. Its weapons were unlike anything the Assembly had ever imagined. The alien fleets moved closer, confident, arrogant, and impatient. They did not know what waited for them. They did not know humans had prepared for this moment for decades. They believed in their technology, in their fleets, in their confidence. They were about to be proven wrong. Luke looked at the stars, feeling the weight of the coming moment. Humanity had suffered attacks, lost colonies, and endured humiliation. But they had survived. They had waited. They had prepared. Soon the galaxy would see the cost of underestimating humans. And when the Dreadnought finally left the moon, the galaxy would realize the mistake they had made. Humans were patient, humans were prepared, and humans would survive at any cost. The galaxy had no idea what was coming. By the time the Dreadnought fired, everything would already be set in motion. The galaxy would not be ready. The alien fleets finally entered the inner system. They believed victory was near. Their ships spread across the space near Earth, moving with confidence. They expected to destroy the remaining colonies quickly. They expected humans to panic. They expected surrender. Captain Luke Carter watched from his command ship. The alien ships glowed with strange energy. They were advanced, fast, and deadly. Yet Luke remained calm. Every move had been calculated. Every retreat, every small engagement had a purpose. They were not fighting to win yet. They were waiting for the moment the galaxy would see their true strength. "Captain," an officer said nervously, "they are approaching the outer colonies again. Weapons are ready to fire. What should we do?" Luke shook his head. "Delay, do not attack fully. Let them think they control the situation. Protect the colonies as best you can, but do not reveal our real strength." "Not yet. The alien commanders did not understand. They saw humans blocking paths, moving carefully, retreating when attacked. It made no sense to them. Why would a species that had colonies under attack not strike back fully? Why would they allow fleets to move freely near them? "They are strange," said one commander. "They do not fight to destroy us. They only delay. Perhaps they are weak. Perhaps they will break." "They are hiding something," said another. "We cannot see it, but I feel it. Their patience is unnatural. It is dangerous." Meanwhile, on the moon, the Terran super Dreadnought waited silently. Its massive form rested under the lunar shadow, but its systems were alive with energy. Dr. Maya Brooks monitored the ship's readings constantly. The energy levels were higher than ever before. Weapon systems were ready. Propulsion was prepared. The Dreadnought could leave the moon and move faster than any alien ship in the system. Admiral Nathan Cole stood beside her, watching the monitors. "Are the weapons ready?" he asked quietly. Maya nodded. "Yes, sir. The firing protocols are complete. We can strike when ordered. Once the first shot is fired, it cannot be stopped. The galaxy will feel it immediately." Cole's eyes darkened. "Good. Let them think they have the advantage. Let them think humans are weak. Their arrogance will make them careless." Luke's fleet continued to engage the alien armada. They blocked ships, delayed movements, and rescued fleeing colonists. Each time, the aliens tried to break through, but Luke's small fleet always seemed to anticipate their moves. The aliens grew frustrated. Every delay, every minor failure, made them impatient. They could not understand how humans, a small species in a weak system, could resist so much. Maya's voice came through the comm system. "Captain Carter, the Dreadnought is about to leave the moon. You must hold position until it clears lunar orbit." Luke nodded. "Understood, Doctor. We hold. The galaxy will see what patience can do." The Dreadnought moved slowly at first, lifting from its base in the moon. Its massive engines glowed faintly as it entered space. Humans across the system watched in awe. The ship was larger than anything anyone had imagined. Its surface shimmered with strange energy patterns. It radiated power. It was a warning in itself. Alien sensors detected it immediately. Alarms went off. The commanders looked at the monitors, confused. "It is enormous," one said. "Why have they hidden this? Why now?" "It is only one ship," another said. "We can destroy it if we attack together. Focus all firepower. Strike it before it reaches full speed." Luke watched through the comms. "Do not engage yet," he said. "Let them believe they can destroy it. Let them aim. Let them waste time. The Dreadnought is not attacking yet. It only waits." The alien fleets shifted positions, preparing to strike. They focused fire on the Dreadnought, but their weapons seemed to have little effect. The ship's shields absorbed energy without faltering. It moved silently, unstoppable, toward the center of the system. Maya monitored the weapons. Energy flow is stable. "Weapons are ready. Once fired, the first wave will strike multiple points across the galaxy simultaneously. It will cut travel lanes, disable major fleets, and leave civilizations isolated. The galaxy will not be able to respond." Cole nodded. "Good. Let them think they have control. Let them feel secure. When the time comes, it will all end." Luke's fleet continued to protect the colonies. They rescued civilians, blocked alien ships, and delayed attacks. Every move was precise, every retreat deliberate. The aliens did not realize that they were being drawn into a trap. Their arrogance blinded them. Finally, the Dreadnought reached its position. It hovered silently in space, its massive form dominating the system. Its energy fields rippled across the stars. Luke could feel the tension in the air. The alien fleets were now in range, yet they still believed they could destroy the humans. "Captain Carter," Maya said through the comms, "the Dreadnought is ready to fire. All systems are operational. The first shot will begin in moments." Luke felt a chill run through him. This was the moment. The galaxy had pushed humanity too far. They had destroyed colonies, humiliated humans, and believed they were untouchable. The Dreadnought was about to change everything. Cole gave the final order. "Fire when ready, humanity will survive. The galaxy will learn its lesson." The Dreadnought activated its weapons. A silent pulse spread across space. There was no explosion, no light show. Instead, a wave moved through the stars, invisible to the eye but detectable by sensors. It struck the faster-than-light travel lanes used by every alien civilization. Entire fleets became stranded. Trade routes vanished. Communications failed. The galaxy began to collapse in chaos. Alien commanders panicked. "What is happening?" one shouted. "Our fleets cannot move. The lanes are gone. Systems are cut off," another screamed. "The humans, they have destroyed our paths. How? Why? This is impossible." Luke watched the alien fleet struggling to navigate. "It is done," he said quietly. "They never understood us." Maya checked the systems again. The pulse hit multiple points. Faster-than-light travel is disabled in key areas. It will take decades to restore. Entire civilizations are isolated. Humanity remains connected because we have alternative paths. Cole nodded. "This is the cost of underestimating us. The galaxy thought they could destroy our colonies and strike fear. They were wrong. The galaxy itself is now contained." Alien fleets tried to regroup. They attempted to attack, but without faster-than-light travel, they could not escape or reinforce easily. Confusion spread. Their arrogance had been shattered. They had expected humans to fight a normal war, to be defeated. Instead, the humans had rewritten the rules. Luke looked at the stars. He saw fleets stuck in space, colonies isolated, and empires confused. Humanity had survived. Humanity had defended its home. And humanity had shown the galaxy that they were not weak. On the Dreadnought, Maya felt a sense of awe. The ship had worked exactly as designed. Its power was unimaginable. It had not attacked to destroy life directly. It had attacked the framework of the galaxy itself, showing humans would not be controlled. Cole looked at the readings. "They will rebuild," he said. "But it will take time. They will learn to respect humanity. And until then, humans survive." Luke's fleet moved to assist remaining colonies. They protected civilians, helped repair damage, and ensured order where possible. They did not celebrate. They did not boast. They had done what was necessary to survive. Humanity had shown its strength quietly but clearly. The alien commanders struggled to understand what had happened. They had expected a normal war, a quick victory. Instead, they were trapped in a galaxy with severed lanes, isolated systems, and a species they had underestimated. The humans had acted patiently, calmly, and decisively. They had waited for the perfect moment. And now the galaxy paid the price for its arrogance. Luke spoke quietly to his officers. "They believed we were weak. They believed they could strike our colonies without consequence. They were wrong. Always remember, patience is as powerful as any weapon. Timing is everything. Humanity survives because we endure, we adapt, when the time is right." Maya smiled faintly. "They will never forget this. The galaxy will remember humanity from this moment onward. Cole nodded. Yes, and we will rebuild quietly, carefully, but the lesson is clear. Never underestimate humans. Luke looked at the stars again. The Dreadnought hovered in space, silent and powerful. The galaxy had been changed forever. Civilizations were isolated, fleets immobilized, trade disrupted. Humanity had survived, and in doing so, they had shown a truth that no one could ignore. Humans were patient, cunning, and unstoppable when pushed too far. The galaxy had been arrogant, careless, and cruel. Humanity had responded not with fear, not with anger, but with precise, calculated action. By the time the first alien fleets realized the magnitude of the strike, it was already too late. Luke whispered quietly. By the time they understood, the galaxy was already doomed. The galaxy was in chaos. Faster-than-light travel lanes had collapsed. Entire fleets were stranded in unknown systems. Trade routes that connected planets and empires were gone. Civilizations that had once seemed strong were now isolated, unable to communicate with each other. Humanity, however, remained connected. Their home systems had alternative routes, built quietly over decades. They were safe and they were ready. Captain Luke Carter watched the stars from his command ship. He saw the alien fleets struggling to move, fleets that had once been confident and arrogant. Now they were trapped, confused, and powerless. Every move they made seemed desperate. The galaxy had underestimated humans. That mistake had cost them everything. "Captain," an officer said, "we are receiving messages from isolated alien colonies. They are trying to surrender, but they cannot reach their fleets or their home worlds. They are panicked." Luke nodded slowly. "Good. Let them feel the consequences of underestimating humanity. We do not destroy more than necessary. We only survive, we only defend. But we do not allow arrogance to go unpunished." Dr. Maya Brooks monitored the Dreadnought from the command center on the moon. She watched energy readings stabilize. The ship had fired multiple pulses, striking the main faster-than-light travel lanes across the galaxy. Each strike isolated entire regions. Alien empires were cut off from each other. They could no longer send reinforcements, and they could not retreat. It was a slow, unstoppable collapse. Admiral Nathan Cole stood beside her. He was quiet, serious, but his eyes showed satisfaction. "It is done," he said. "The galaxy has learned the truth. Humans do not fight only to win. Humans fight to survive, and when pushed too far, they act in ways no one expects." Maya nodded. "They will rebuild eventually. They always do, but this will take decades. Some empires may never recover fully. Humanity remains safe, and that is what matters." Luke's fleet moved carefully through the inner systems. They rescued isolated human colonies, repaired damaged outposts, and ensured the remaining civilian populations were safe. The humans had acted decisively, but with care. They had not sought revenge. They had only ensured survival. In the outer systems, alien commanders struggled to understand what had happened. Their empires were fractured. Communication was impossible. Fleets were stranded in unknown sectors. Entire regions of space were cut off. Panic spread. The arrogance that had driven them to attack humans now became a heavy burden. They had thought humans were weak. They had thought victory would be easy. They had been wrong. Luke reflected on everything that had happened. The attacks on the outer colonies, the slow movements of the alien fleets, the delays, the patience, and finally, the rise of the Dreadnought. All of it had been necessary. All of it had led to this moment. Humans had survived not because of brute strength alone, but because they were patient, careful, and cunning. Maya walked past him, a tablet in hand. The pulse has affected the main alien systems. Trade, communication, travel, everything is fractured. They will not understand how we did this for a long time. Many may never understand. Luke looked at her. It does not matter if they understand. They will remember. That is enough. Cole joined them. We have survived what many thought impossible. Humanity has endured. Now we can begin to plan for the future. We help those who need us, slowly and carefully, without repeating the mistakes of the past. Luke nodded. Yes, sir. The galaxy has been humbled, but we do not act as conquerors. We act as humans, protecting our people, our colonies, and our home. Across the galaxy, alien civilizations struggled to adapt. They had once relied on speed, numbers, and technology to dominate. Now they were stranded, isolated, and powerless in many regions. Panic turned to fear. Alliances broke apart. Empires began to collapse. Humans, however, remained calm, observing from the edges, ready to help where necessary, but not seeking domination. In one isolated system, an alien commander spoke quietly to his officers. We were fools. We attacked a species we did not understand. We believed arrogance and numbers would win. We were wrong. Humanity is not weak. Humanity is patient, and they are dangerous when pushed too far. Back in the human command center, Luke watched the situation unfold. Reports came in of alien leaders trying to communicate, asking for negotiations, trying to regain control. Humanity did not respond aggressively. They offered aid where it was needed, helped isolated colonies, and ensured no innocent lives were lost unnecessarily. Captain, one officer said, some alien factions are beginning to request alliances. They are desperate and isolated. What should we do? Luke thought for a moment. Help those who need it. Offer guidance, but do not surrender our advantage. Humanity survives because we prepare, because we endure, and because we act wisely. This is not revenge. This is survival. Maya monitored the Dreadnought's energy systems. The ship had stabilized. It no longer needed to fire. It had done its job. Its presence alone was a warning to the galaxy. The humans had shown that even a single ship, when built with purpose, could change the course of history. Cole spoke quietly, almost to himself. The galaxy will rebuild eventually. Some will rise stronger, some weaker. But they will never forget today. They will never underestimate humans again. Luke smiled faintly. It is strange, isn't it? They thought they were in control. They thought they could destroy us without consequence. In the end, we did not attack to destroy life. We acted to survive. And that made all the difference. Across the system, humans began to repair the outer colonies. Civilians returned to their homes. Ships that had been damaged were rebuilt. Life began to return to normal, but the galaxy itself had changed. No empire would dominate so easily again. No civilization would act with arrogance toward humanity without thinking of the consequences. Maya checked the final readings from the Dreadnought. It is stable. Its power remains unmatched. The galaxy has been reminded of our strength, but humanity remains peaceful unless threatened. Luke looked at the stars one last time. He could see alien fleets scattered across the sector, stranded, confused, and powerless. It was not a sight of triumph or joy, but a reminder that patience, planning, and courage could overcome even overwhelming odds. Cole placed a hand on Luke's shoulder. Remember this day. Remember that humans do not surrender, that we endure, and that we act when the time is right. History will remember us, whether they like it or not. Luke nodded. Yes, sir. humanity survives. That is all that matters. The Dreadnought hovered silently in space, a massive reminder of human ingenuity and determination. It had not been used recklessly. It had not been fired without cause. Its purpose had been clear: to protect humanity and ensure survival at any cost. The galaxy began to adjust. Fleets repaired where possible, communications were slowly restored, but travel would take years to recover fully. Trade began to resume in small sectors. Civilizations began to realize the true meaning of what had happened. Humans had survived, and in doing so, they had changed the rules of the galaxy. Luke and his crew continued their work. They repaired colonies, assisted civilians, and ensured that humanity remained strong and prepared. They did not seek to conquer. They only sought to endure. Maya walked past him. "The galaxy will remember today," she said softly. Luke nodded. "Yes, but we will act with wisdom from now on. We survived because we were patient, because we planned, and because we endured. That is what makes us human." Cole looked at the stars, thinking of the future. One day, the galaxy may recover. One day, civilizations may rise stronger. But they will never forget humans, and they will never again take our survival for granted. Luke smiled faintly. They thought they could strike us, control us, and destroy our colonies. They were wrong. By the time they understood, the galaxy was already changed. Humanity survives, and that is enough. Across the stars, scattered fleets struggled, isolated worlds tried to rebuild, and civilizations wondered how a small planet had changed the course of history. Humans remained calm, patient, and ready. They had survived the impossible. Maya looked at the Dreadnought. One last time. "It will remain a warning," she said. "The galaxy will not forget humanity again." Luke turned back to his fleet. "We act carefully, we protect our people, and we endure. That is the way of humans. That is how we survive." The galaxy had learned its lesson. Arrogance had failed. Patience had won. Humanity had endured, and the galaxy would never again underestimate the people of Earth. And somewhere deep in space, the Dreadnought waited silently, a reminder that humans would not surrender, would not yield, and would survive against any threat, no matter how great. By the time the galaxy recovered, humans had already secured their future. They had survived. They had endured. And they had reminded the stars that humanity, patient and cunning, would always prevail. The galaxy had been changed forever. The humans had survived. The galaxy had learned that survival came not from fleets or weapons alone, but from patience, planning, and the courage to endure. And humanity would always endure.